Good day, everyone. We are the Group 1 and the 5th reporter, and we are going to discuss about Chapter 11, Retailing and Wholesaling, and Chapter 16, Personal Selling, Publicity, and Public Relations. I am Andrea Loren, and I'm going to tackle about retailing and its importance. So, have you ever wondered of how the products you buy from your favorite clothes, snacks, gadgets reach you from the companies that make them? Who are the people or the businesses that connects manufacturers to consumers like us? This is where retailing and wholesaling come in. These two important parts of marketing make sure that products are available to consumers whenever and wherever they want them. So now let's define what is retailing and its concept. Retailing are all businesses activities concerned with the sale of products to ultimate users of those products. So retailing simply means all the activities involved of selling products directly to people who will use them like us. So retailing is all about selling products from factories directly to the final customers. For example, here is the Pure Gold. The groceries from Pure Gold, that is retailing because they are selling products to the final consumers. And next, retailer, it is a store or a service establishment that deals with consumers who are acquiring goods or services for their own use rather than for resale. The common example here is the fast food chains or the Jollibee. They sell food for customers to eat, not for selling again. And retailer, they play a very important role in distribution channel. Let me give you an example. For example, where the farmer grows rice and the farmer will sell them to supermarkets, which is a retailer, and then the supermarket will sell them to the customers for cooking. So, retailers make products available, convenient, and accessible for consumers. And next, e-tailers. E-tailers are e-commerce firms with retailing operations on the internet. So, e-tailer simply means online selling. This is where the seller sell its product through internet rather than a physical store. So the E stands for electronic, which means the business happens online. The very common example here is the Shopee, Lazada, and Shein. Now, why is retailing important? For consumers, it is important because it makes product easy to find and buy. And for manufacturers, it helps sell their products to the public. And poor marketing on the part of retailers can negate all the planning and preparation that has gone into other marketing activities. So if a store do poor marketing like bad displays or service, it can ruin the manufacturer's efforts even if the product is good. For example, if a store doesn't display Coca-Cola well or keep it cold, fewer people will buy it because who wants a Coca-Cola that is not cold, right? Anyways, in the United States, there are more than 15 lakh retailing institutions accounting for about Rs 9,600 crore in sales. About 15% of U.S. workers are employed in retailing. So imagine how retailing helps people every day. It gives jobs to millions, support businesses, and make product easy to buy. This shows how retailing is very important for the economy and for people's daily lives. Retailing institutions toward a system of classification. Retailing is dynamic and retail institutions evolve constantly. And over time, retailers adapt to new environments and technology to meet customers' needs. So before, Filipinos buy products at small sari-sari store or palengke. But now, today they buy products at modern supermarkets such as SM supermarkets and pure gold. Or they just shop online na lang through Shopee and Lazada. And retailers are a diverse group of businesses, and because there are so many types, they are classified to make them easier to study and understand. The two common ways to classify retailers is by ownership type, which is who owns or manages the business, and secondly, the by main strategy or retail format, the style or way the store sells to customers. Example, a store-based retailers or physical store, such as supermarkets and department stores, and a non-store-based retailers or no physical store, such as online shops, home shopping networks. Classifying retailer by ownership. So the first classification is independent retailer. It is a retail establishment that is not owned or controlled by any other organization. So this kind of store is not part of any big company or chain. Rather, it is owned by a single person, a family, or a small group of people. And example here is yung mga local sari-sari store owned by a family. Second, lease department retailer, an independent retailer that owns the merchandise stock but leases floor space from another retailer, usually operating under that retailer's name. So this kind of store, they just rent space inside another store. Yes, they own their merchandise, but they just rent the space. Example here is mga jewelry shop and mga food stall inside a mall. Third, classification, chain stores. It is one of a group of two or more stores of a similar type, centrally owned and operated. So these stores have the same name, same brand, and same overall look or style. And they are successful because they can buy products in large quantity, which allows them to get lower prices from retailers. Example here is the Jollibee and McDonald's and 7-Eleven. They have the same brand and have many branches nationwide. The fourth classification is the corporate chain, a chain consisting of 11 or more stores. So it has 11 or more store under one ownership and management. So, and as the number of store grows, the decisions become more centralized, meaning the main office controls most of the marketing and operations, and it has many advantages like strong branding and large-scale advertising. For example, is SM Supermalls, Robinsons, and Pure Gold. They are large corporate chains with many branches. And the fifth classification, retail franchise operations. They are a special type of chain. So in this system, each store is independently owned, but the main company just gives the franchise owner the right to use its name, business system, and the products in exchange for a fee. Example is the 7-Eleven and Mr. Donut. They are franchise stores found all over the Philippines. The last classification is ownership group. It is an organization made up of various stores or small chains, each with a separate name, identity, and image, but all operating under the control of a central owner. The example here is the SM Investment Corporation. They own various stores and brands such as SM Supermarket, Watson's, and Ace Hardware, and all under one main company, but with different brand and identities. Let's now proceed to classifying retailer by prominent strategy. It has two major groups. First, in-store retailing strategy, also known as bricks and mortar strategy. It is when products are sold to customers with a physical store. Second, direct marketing retailer strategy. It is when products are directly sold to customers without a physical store. First classification of in-store retailing strategy is specialty store. It is a retail establishment that sells a single product or a few related products. The example here is the Nike. This store only sells sportswear and shoes. Second classification is department store. It is a departmentalized retail outlet, often large, offering a wide variety of products and generally providing a full round of customer services. For example, here is you can buy clothes, home essentials in one store or one place. Third, supermarket. It is any large full-service departmentalized retail establishment, but especially one that sells primarily food items. And some supermarkets practice scrambled merchandising. It is the offering by retail establishment of products not traditionally associated with that establishment. And fourth, convenience store. A small grocery store stressing convenient location and quick service and typically charging higher prices than other retailers selling similar products. So the goal of this store is convenience. It is fast and easy and sometimes open 24 hours. The most common example here is the 24/7 or the 7-Eleven. It is open 24/7 and sells snacks and drinks and basic goods. The fifth classification is mass merchandiser. It is a retailer that sells products at discount prices to achieve high sales volume, also called a mass merchandise discount store. So this store sells many products at low prices to attract more customers. And it has two types. First is the general mass merchandiser, which is by wide variety, shallow selection of high turnover products, low prices, and few customer services. So these focus on selling many kinds of products. For example, is Walmart. And the second type is specialty mass merchandiser. It is less variety but greater depth than general mass merchandiser. It has low prices and few customer services. So both their goal is to sell at low prices rather than make profit on each item. The eighth classification is catalog showroom. It is a general mass merchandiser outlet where customers select goods from a catalog and store employees retrieve the selected items from a storage. So for example, here is Avon or Natasha. So they have catalog and ang laman doon is mga list ng mga products nila. So after the consumer choose what they want, the store employees just get the products and brought it to them. Next is Warehouse Club. It is a general mass merchandise outlet at which only members are allowed to shop, also called a closed door house. So customer must pay a membership fee to enter and buy items. For example, here's the S&R membership shopping where only customers can buy. Although the membership is a bit pricey, but they can buy in bundle at low prices. Next is off-price retailer, a specialty mass merchandise outlet offering a limited line of nationally known brand names. For example, here is the Ukay Ukay. They have many brand clothes and it is sold at low prices. Lastly, Category Superstore. It is a specialty mass merchandise outlet offering extensive assortment and depth in a specific product category, also called a category killer. So, these stores focus on one type of product but offers many choices and brands of that product. For example, is the Pet Express. They sell pet food, grooming products, and pet accessories. Let's now classify direct marketing retailing strategy. First, we have mail order. It is generally low operating cost, emphasis on convenience. Often retailing uses computerized databases including mail order, television, home shopping, and telemarketing. So this type of retailing lets the customer order products directly to the seller without going to a physical store. And second, door-to-door selling. It is high labor cost, image problem, popularity is decreasing in developed countries, increasing in less developed countries. So it is where salespeople visit home to sell products directly to customers. For example, yung mga sales agent, they go to houses to sell their products. Third, e-tailing. Consumer initiates contact with retailer via computer and the internet. So this means buying and selling products through the internet. Example is Shopee and Lazada. And lastly, vending machines. It is high turnover products and low prices. So these are automatic machines. For example, here's yung mga coffee machines na mag-i-insert ka ng 5 peso and you get the product instantly.